Good evening, everybody. It is the Miami Pirates at San Jose. The Outlaws having their home opener here tonight. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Gerald, we just saw a trio of games get played out, and holy crap, they were great. I hope we're in store for another great one here tonight in Primetime as San Jose introduces themselves to their home crowd for the first time this season.
And you know what? They are welcoming the Miami Pirates, who put up a ton of points so far in their first two games, scored no less than 38. 38 in week one, beating my Claws. And what do? They follow that up with 41 points the very next week. So they're putting up a ton of points.
They are.
And we're going to see if, San Jose might be able, if they can, slow down this high-powered offense.
Yeah, Miami winning last week 41-38 versus Chicago. Pirates won a shootout last week, but in both games offensively, they've been nearly unstoppable. Miami averaging 10.9 yards per pass attempt and 6 yards per carry. So both top 5 in the league. Should be a great one, and Miami will start off things tonight with the football. Quarterback Rob Crone in the backfield, ready to get things going here for the Pirates. Crone steps back, has plenty of time in the pocket, deep down the left side, and just a little too deep as we take a look at the offensive starters here in Miami. Rob Crone is the quarterback. You got Bullet Beletsky at halfback. My man Terrell Cooper. He is one of the wide receivers, along with Buck Wild at the other wide receiver spot. Tiberius Bovine, a household name. This is Tiberius Bovine Jr. here on this offense, along with the others that you saw. Crone to pass here on second down. That time he's able to complete it to Coop himself. Picks up about 7 yards, third down and 3.
Yeah, and it almost seemingly picking up, kind of where they left off. With them getting, nearly 11 yards per pass attempt. That's insane.
Run up the middle is good for a first down. That'll move the chains. As Donovan Brown is able to take the carry, get the first down. Keep the drive going here for Miami.
Yeah, I do believe that's Beletsky. You couldn't see it right there with his nice flowing locks coming right out of the back of his helmet.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Beletsky stood up this time at the 35. Brought down for no gain on the play. Wrapped up by Rajon Beasley.
Beasley come right in there and beat a block real quick. And Beletsky to have nowhere to go. Picked him up and almost just body slammed him right into the ground there.
Go now. 15 line.
So second down and 13 now after the 3-yard TFL. Crone will take it back to the air. Checks that one down to the left-hand side. Gets it to Mr. Tiberius Bovine Jr. And let's take a look at the San Jose Outlaws starting defenders, as we've already seen some of these guys making some plays. We saw Beasley earlier on, but how about middle linebacker Will Todd and cornerback number 1, Landry Williams, helping to lock down things on this defense. Bovine held only 1 yard on that completion.
Yeah, look, and it's a 3rd and long, which is what they need, and this is where, players like Will Todd and Landry Williams are going to have to come up big right here. Hopefully they can get some pressure.
Crone deep down the left-hand side in double coverage, and once again overthrows his intended target. Now 2 of 4 for only 8 yards, and with that, the Pirates are going to have to punt.
Yeah, look, and Crone almost threw Terrell Cooper open because he ran right by the 2 DBs right there, and it included Landry Williams right there too. He had a step. If had a little bit more air underneath it, he could have been still running ahead touchdown. But you know what? Good for the Outlaws that they're able to actually get off the field right now and force a quick series on offense for Miami.
The punt is away. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And we'll get our first look tonight at the San Jose Outlaws offense. And quarterback Warren Cunningham in his first game. So got the season home opener here for the Outlaws, and Warren Cunningham is able to lead his team onto the field along with these fine gentlemen. Got Eddie Franz at wide receiver, Mike O'Neill at wide receiver. On this offense, left tackle Ryan Johnson. But yeah, Gerald, this is you mentioned Outlaws home opener, first game for quarterback Warren Cunningham. He can beat you with his arms. His arm. He can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with both arms.
Well,
man.
whenever you get in a
He's
fight, you better be
ambidextrous.
using both. Oh, it's a jet sweep.
Mike O'Neill getting involved in the run game, and we'll take a gander at these Pirate defenders.
I feel like they're loaded right there, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
got Rip QB, Murdoch on the other end, and then you got Robert Crone actually right in the middle
Defensive
right there,
tackle,
the
yeah.
defensive tackle.
How about
And you-
Grant Hardaway, the free
Yeah.
safety?
It's wow. It's they're loaded. They're loaded with tons of talent.
This whole Pirates roster, offensively and defensively, a lot of claimed players, a lot of talent. But speaking of talent, Cunningham is able to connect with Eddie Franz for his first catch of the night. Cunningham now 2 of 2 for 17 yards.
Look at Franz. I love he's just taking it old school with the helmet and all this stuff. Franz got it going on. He's
got shoulder pads for days, that guy.
and he's
Looks like Bobby Boucher out there. with
and
the
he's
shoulder
going
pads.
old school, grip it and rip it. Look at it, no gloves, no tape, nothing.
I can hear Boucher
Take it
making
back.
this grunt noise right now, trying to break that tackle. Mama said catch the ball and take it to the end zone. You get it, Franz. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Franz down at the bottom. Not quite at that spot, though. That short check down will be complete, but not good for many yards. Second down and 8. After the 1-point loss to Houston, the team is hoping to improve their third down efficiency this week after completing just 31.6% in their first 2 games. It was tied for second worst in the UFL. Team has also improved their play at strong safety, and they're not going to have to worry about third down quite yet, Gerald, as that pass is complete and good for a first down to the Branch, Craig Branch, tight end.
And he's a very large man, 6'4", 245 from the tight end spot right there.
Ball is handed off this time. Derek Culberson with the carry. That one will be tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Able to get him right there, fight off the block right there from the offensive lineman, and find himself in the backfield right there. It's just an easy shed of the block. I don't know. It just didn't look like there was much effort put in there by the offensive lineman. It's a loss of 1.
Second down and 11. Trying to keep to that run game, but it's just not quite working so far. Gerald Culberson now with negative yardage still after a couple of carries. Third down and a long 11.
Yeah, and Brown comes right on the side and actually just hits right at the line, and it'll bring him down. And this is not a situation you want your young quarterback in.
From midfield, deep down the right side, that one is picked off. Threw it right into coverage, Gerald, and that one just looked too easy.
Yeah, Collins just skies up right there, threw somewhat of a 50-50 ball right in. And as a young quarterback, you want to throw that in a spot where maybe your receiver can get it and maybe not the other guy. I mean, the DB had positioning, threw it more on the inward side of the field. You probably should have threw that a little bit, toward the sideline. Poor choice of direction to throw the ball, and now Miami has it back. And this is a thing that you don't want to give Miami in any momentum. They can throw throw up tons of points, and this isn't a way you want to start your first drive at home here.
Well, Rob Crone back out onto the field on offense, Gerald. Through his first 2 games, he had a grand total of 7 incompletions. And that's his 3rd on the night already. So 7 incompletions in 2 full games, and he's already got 3. This is only their 2nd drive.
Yeah, look, and San Jose had an opportunity right there to actually pick the ball off, and they missed it.
So I formation, play action. Crone will roll out to the bottom. and find his target right over the middle in coverage, but able to connect and get the first down up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and they can't look, and they can't let Miami get in any kind of a rhythm early, right? Because if they start rolling, and as we've seen in the previous 2 games, they can just start piling on points.
Crone,
wow,
up top this time, all the way to midfield. A great catch by Green for another first down. His first catch, good for 14 yards.
Yeah, and he just and he had 2 guys right there. I don't know if that was how it was supposed to be the route ran, but he had 2 guys right there. He could have choose from and found one that was fairly open. 2 people just sitting in the zone there.
Crone drops back, short pass into coverage, bobbled and incomplete. Wild was the intended target. That one nearly got picked.
I guess we're going to see right now that's his 4th incomplete pass. Over half of incompletions he had the first 2 games already. What is San Jose doing different that the other 2 squads couldn't do?
I don't know. Boletsky trying to get it done on the ground. He'll pick up about half of what he needed. 3rd down and 5.
It's just really manageable for a team like Miami, right? The way they can just pick up some yards, but when they come out and they're going to have to hold tight in the secondary right here.
Crone in the shotgun. Oh, down the left side. Beat his target into the zone. Touchdown, Coop. Touchdown, Pirates.
God, he just beat him right off the snap. Man-to-man coverage. I looked at it. I was a little bit worried right there because we seen even in zone, Coop ran right by it. And what they do, they just do like a go route because Coop is so fast. What's he do? Just beats Landry Williams by yards. And Landry Williams just chases him behind, not even a chance. And this is if this is how this game's gonna go, they need to, if they want Landry to stick on him like that and hold to him, they're gonna have to slide some safety help over there or something, because as we've seen even on the first drive, it didn't amount to anything for Miami. But Coop, right? It was like a test shot. He had him beat. It just was misthrown. And that was on a zone coverage.
It was.
This is a man-to-man, and he beat him right off the side. They're gonna have to do something to help this out. If not, this game could get out of hand really fast.
And I bet you anything, after that first pass to Terrell Cooper was overthrown, I bet he ran right back to the huddle and he said, Rob, call that play again. Because I'll put it this way, it looked like he just ran past 2 guys that were standing still.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were running, but it didn't look it because he ran by them like they weren't even moving. Yeah, and just did it again in that play, and that one went in for 6.
Yeah, and you can't have that type of breakdown, right? And even as a defensive coordinator, you got to look down and say, hey, look, we need to do something right here. I know our guys are talented, but they need help, right? You have to realize the talent you're playing against as well if you are a coach. Why? Because you want to get yourself in a very, very good situation to succeed. And if you're allowing your guys to be out on an island, per se, it's not helping you at all. So let's see if their offense, San Jose can kind of get something going.
Offense back out on the field. They do a quick screen pass. And, well, Gerald, they didn't get anything going on that particular play. As QB goes flying in there and gets his tackle.
And QB comes right in there and just tears it up. And just he wasn't fooled at all. And I kind of feel bad a little bit for Franz because he just got ate up.
He did.
I think Franz has a DeLorean. He's not in the right time period.
Oh, deep pass by Cunningham. Who's he got down there? Double coverage and nearly caught. But it was almost caught by the defender, Gerald, as Ty Nielsen was the one who got his hands on it.
Franz had a step.
He did, but Cunningham didn't quite have the arm to do it.
He underthrew it.
So 3rd and 13 now, at risk of having a quick 3 and out. Cunningham in the pocket. Oh, we said he could beat you with his legs. Can he get to the first? He cannot. The defense swarms and gets the stop. An 11-yard pickup, but a yard shy of the line to gain. 4th down and 1.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to have to, think about what they're going to do, right? Not force anything, but if they're going to play like that, and he has that type of room to run. You can tell right here he has some speed on him right here. But very, very good for the Miami defense to kind of, recognize that. I stop them, a yard short right here.
And our second punt of the night for the Outlaws is Miami up 7 and now is back in possession of the football. And Gerald, if we see more of this potent air attack from Rob Crone and Terrell Cooper, could be a long night for the hometown San Jose Outlaws here.
Yeah, look, and
here they are coming back out onto the field together.
And look at the swag they're coming out with, right? But like they know they're having a very, very good start to the season. Look, their first drive didn't go how they wanted, but look, I mean, their second drive ended with a bang.
Put up 38 points in week 1. Oh, Crone under pressure and sacked. Ripped down to the turf, literally thrown down. Rajon Beasley getting back there again.
And he's the guy on the defense, right, that made two really, really good plays right there, being a fight off, a person, right at the line right there. And he was actually, kind of almost like double teamed for a bit, and he got through both of them. He beat a double team, very good by the secondary to hold their coverage, and he split 2 offensive linemen to get in there and bring Crone to the ground.
An unclaimed player here on this San Jose defensive line, and certainly a player that if you like defense, he'd be a coveted type of guy to take over and help the San Jose squad out. Listen, we're only in the first quarter, and we've already called his name 2-3 times. That's who you want to connect your name to. Buck Wild goes in motion, but Boletsky takes a handoff, tries to cut it back, and this San Jose defense has seen quite enough of Miami here tonight. 3rd down and 19 as Spencer gets the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, Hardaway comes across right there, and Boletsky saw him coming toward him, went the other way. He's like, no way, I'm not having none of that. Goes the opposite direction. And guess what? Hardaway said, nope, you're not getting away from me either. I'm going to bring you to the ground no matter what. Now it's 3rd and 19, and now don't get yourself in a situation right here where Coop is going to run right by you. Bring some safety help for that young man. Oh, look at that.
Crone over the middle. Oh, wide open. So much room. Caught the ball, got the first down. That's Buck Wild.
And you know what? This is how you know, like, you have a connection with your wide receivers and a quarterback. What does Crone do? Know he's going to take the hit. Waits for Buck Wild to come across the middle of the field, gets it out just in time, and he was wide open over the middle of the field. That's like, God, it's like 3rd and a mile, and they allow him to pick it up. They took a shot, bringing the linebacker on the blitz, and it didn't pay off.
1st down and 10 from the 35. And that run game's just not quite working tonight, Gerald. We've seen Bullet Boletsky try to get some carries, and that wasn't working. So now they're trying to get it down to Lamont Bourne. That's not working. But the air game, whew.
Oh, yeah, it's lights out right now.
Boletsky seeing if he can get something going, but no, this defense is all over it. Not giving up an inch. Well, they did give up 2 yards, but 3rd down and 8. 1 quarter in the books, 3 to go. You're watching the UFL here on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, our producer. 3rd down and 8. Crone back to pass. Has time. Pressure on its way. And sacked again. We've called his name a few times, Gerald, and we keep on doing it. Rajon Beasley with the sack.
Yeah, Beasley again fights off the offensive lineman. Credit to the defensive backs right there. And look, Beasley getting double teamed once again. Right, and what he's going to do, again, he splits both the offensive linemen again and gets in there and gets the sack right there, right? How is this man not anywhere claimed? He's actually making plays out here against, outside of your Rochester team going on, one of the best teams in the UFL.
I hadn't even thought of that tonight, but you're right. Rochester is doing pretty good now that you mention it. Punt brought back down. I'll behave. Back down to the 15, returned up to the 21-yard line, and that is where the Outlaws will take back over on offense. Cunningham on his way back out onto the field, Gerald, and his debut game so far hasn't resulted in any points, but a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, he's going to have to, be a little bit more selective with his throws.
They're going to try the run game too, and Culberson finally able to net some positive yards, but only 2.
See, and I would like them to see that a little bit more often, because Cunningham is a lot he's really athletic, right? If you can get that, read option going there and get him on the run, it might be really well. Ooh.
Oh wow, what an absolute dart! Cunningham just laser beaming that one in, and caught by the tight end Craig Branch once again.
He used his big body to kind of turn a little bit right there and get his hand up and pull it down with one hand. When you're that tall, right, you're able to go up there and get that and bring it down, hold it with one hand, and then secure it right there. And then while getting hit, right, and being able to control the ball while you got a DB yanking on your arm.
First down and 10 from the 42. Run game for both of these teams just absolutely struggling tonight. The run defense is really shining through for both the Pirates and the Outlaws.
Yeah, and they're actually doing, and like you said, a run game for both of them. It's not much happening there. They're having to get yards through the pass game.
Wow, screen pass again, and that one also goes for no yards. Gerald, we've called a few games now here in the UFL, and we've seen that play several times, and I have not seen that work once.
No, it's not. Look, and you got to get somebody out there to block for your guy. Look, and we know Franz is pretty well skilled. We saw him run down the field right there. He's got this old school look about him. But I mean, you got to give him a shot. You got to get somebody out there to, block for him. Do a little bit more time. Run one of your tackles out there, right, to kind of, throw a block for him.
They're down in 12. Cunningham in the shotgun. He's going to try to get it done with his legs again, but last time he couldn't quite get there, and he still doesn't this time either. Too many moves, Gerald. He's trying to just juke, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, but the defense is eventually going to get home.
Yeah, none of it worked, and for a moment there, it looked like he was running straight toward the sideline and then tried to cut it up, and I think he got a little bit lost. I think once he got out there, he's like, I think this is a bad idea.
Yeah, he had to change his heart here.
And he realized, oh man,
Rip QB. He's like, oh man, QB's coming in, then everybody else just piles on.
I mean, you got to give your team a little bit of a better chance right there on third down, right? I feel like he tucked it a little bit too soon. He had time in the pocket. He broke it too soon.
Yeah, it's surprising to see the run game struggle so far. Derek Culberson, who is an unclaimed player, leads the league, averaging 136.5 yards per game. He scored a touchdown for Wichita last week, but not able to really get much going so far tonight.
Yeah, and it's a little bit and I don't know, right, if they're just trying to showcase, their quarterback and his athleticism, or whatever. But I mean, look, they got the ball right here. Their opponent been, pinned back at the 4-yard line. Let's see if they can kind of tighten up right here. Oh, wow.
Boletsky picks up 4 that time, running it up the middle. Second down and 6.
How about the name Voorhees Jordan? Who names their kid Voorhees?
Mr. and Mrs. Jordan.
This.
Crone connects. He gets the first down up to the 16-yard line. 7 of 11 for 111 yards so far for Crone.
Here I am seeing they had a free rusher like right up the middle right there, and siege trunk and being able to get in the face of Crone. And what do? You find, Tiberius Bovine Jr., whose dad is a Hall of Famer.
He is.
In
a different era.
In some other league. He's still kicking around there somewhere with his hover round or something.
Hey, he's just having shining endorsements for the Hover Round organization this weekend.
Oh, well, look at the blocks.
Yeah, good pickup on the left-hand side for Bourne. Second down and 4. Pirates out in front in this one, 7-0. I mean, their pass game was phenomenal on their second possession. Surprised to see they haven't targeted Cooper yet again. They're going to stick down to the run, and that did not work at all. Actually lost a yard on that one. Still mark it a 3rd down and 4, but lost a yard off his official total.
Yeah, and I think, look, I know a lot of these teams, right? They have, like, the two-back, formula there, right? They got a third down back right there, given the formations that they have. But I do think, look, man, if you want to run the ball, I think the better back at all, more physical one is Beletsky in that moment. But these last two runs have been by Bourne as opposed to Beletsky.
Crone has all day. Pressure on its way, though. Gets the pass out complete, but short of the line to gain. Bovine Jr., the target with the catch. Once again, Miami does hit 100 yards passing on the day, but fourth down, and they will have to punt.
Look, and he may have had to rush it a little bit because Crone has seen way too much of Beasley all up in his face.
Oh, yeah.
And Beasley was once again all up in his face, and he had to get rid of it and hit Bovine, but they're just a yard short and forced to punt.
So San Jose still with an opportunity to try to get this one tied back up before the half. 5.5 to go, as that one is caught and taken down after about a 1 yard return. Sweeney averaging 3 yards per return so far in this one, as the Outlaws offense back out onto the field. Cunningham in his debut. He's had a kind of an up and down game, Gerald. He's had some passes that were just completely kind of off target, and some other laser beam darts that just worked out well. See if they can get this running game going with Culberson. 5 rushes, 5 yards, 4 of which just came right there.
Yeah, look, and I thought he had a lot more than that right there, but, like linebacker Etuck was right there to be able to kind of close that down and keep it to minimal gain.
Cunningham to throw, checks it down over the middle, gets to the line to gain, and gets the first down. 55 yards now on the day, and 7 completions thrown by Cunningham. Branch with the tackle.
Yeah, look, and Branch has been coming up pretty big right with his catches, his favorite target so far.
Back down to the ground they go as Culberson loses one of those precious yards. 2nd down and 11. Collins with the TFL.
And Culberson having the season he has so far and struggling his first half, and trying to get the run game going. But as you can see, right, the DBs are playing the line of scrimmage really, really well against the run right now. And we're going to see how, look, and they're coming these things. I think they need to spread it out a little bit, right? Because they're just not having much success right now.
Ball is taken on the ground, and Culberson's like, what do you mean we're not having much success? Let me just pick up 10. So he more than doubled his yardage total on the entire night on that 1 carry. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, what he did, he actually used somewhat of a cutback lane right there a little bit, right? Find that cutback lane and being able to hit it.
And on 3rd down and 1, they will throw. Oh, and he gets it complete down the right side, and with some breakaway speed, able to pick up a whole bunch of yak. Eddie Franz with the catch. And Boucher gets the first down. I'm sorry, but that's who it looks like.
Yeah. Shoulder pads are so massive. Do they even produce that anymore? I thought that was just something that no one did. He's like, give me the most protection I can get. I want to look like I'm a tank as a receiver out there. But look, he's got it. Look, and they got themselves in really, really good position right now, right? They are within field goal range right here and looking pretty good on this drive.
First down and 10. Shot towards the end zone and overthrows his target. And Gerald, we're gonna have a little trivia tonight. We're gonna ask a question here in just a minute, and it'll be good for we'll say a -5 drop. So that'll be coming up here in just a minute. But let's see what shakes out on this drive here first. Is Culberson able to pick up some? Gets the 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, and they're actually sticking to it, right? So they're actually sticking to, still trying to keep them honest in the run.
They're down in 6, getting the first down and a flag.
Add it on.
Some bonus yards. He got it inside the 20, Gerald. That should be half the distance, and it will be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 2:07 to go.
Wow. And that gets them a little bit closer right here. Look, and this is where I think you know, like Culberson, right? Having the type of game he's been having recently in a big body wide receiver like Franz can come in handy.
2-minute warning here in this one. The Outlaws trail by 7, but they're on their way to trying to get their first points at the ball game. You're watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got a read option right here as well with Cunningham.
Cunningham in the gun. He's just going to throw it. Pressure on its way. No, he's going to run. Jukes the defender. Heads to the end zone. Slides down at the 3.
I don't know why you would slide right there, right? Like,
well, he didn't want to die, I think.
Yeah, but he's physical enough. He could have just hit a spin move or something. I thought he was going to go and maybe try and make a dive for it. It's your first game. Go for it. You're playing one of the best teams in the league right now.
You are. You're about ready to score a touchdown. Cunningham throws open. End zone. Touchdown, Outlaws.
Franz gets a touchdown right here. What is it? Teammate says, you got them big old shoulders. Let me jump on them after you get this touchdown right here. What he does, pulls it in and gets the team 1 point away from tying it up.
I love the look, man.
I do. It's amazing. It is amazing. Everybody just, you're turning back the clock.
Yeah.
Let's bring old football back. That's what he's trying to do.
Make old football new again.
There you go.
Extra point is up and good. 9-play, 64-yard drive. Tying the game up at 7 apiece. All right. For the -5 drop, what is the name of the first claimed player in UFL history? Ready, set, go. Put your answers in the chat. Gerald, there's 1:35 to go. Pirates about to get the ball back. We've seen Rob Crone and Terrell Cooper connecting on some deep passes, missing on a deep pass. Plenty of time with all 3 timeouts to try to score.
Yeah, look, and they can do it because we've seen them on their one scoring drive. Big, huge, long pass to Coop, and if they go on a go route, it can just open it wide up. Huge splash type play. I mean, they're known for putting up points and putting up points really, really quick. They haven't been able to do that this game so far in this first half, and to be honest with you, it's a lot tighter game than I thought it would have been right now.
7 apiece. Put your guesses in the chat. What was the name of the first claimed player in UFL history? Pass down the right-hand sideline is incomplete. So far, no guesses, Gerald. I mean, I don't know. You could guess Rob Crone. You could guess Bullet Bolesky. You could guess anybody that's playing tonight. You could guess somebody else. Guess your own player. Maybe you were first. Or just maybe nobody wants a -5 drop. Crone in the gun. Under pressure and brought down. This Outlaws defense has been getting pressure all night, Gerald. We've seen it by a few different players. This time by somebody new. Seastrunk.
Yeah, look, and that's another one that's been putting pressure right up in Chrome's face. And that's the 3rd sack. Could be the 3rd or 4th sack. I don't have him right in front of me, but I do think, you know, that if that continues right here, Miami could struggle. Because even being double teamed, you know, some of these defensive linemen are not being able to be blocked.
Crone,
oh, look at this,
has all kinds of time. Offensive line holding him up. Oh no, brought down again. The Outlaw defense has just been doing phenomenal, Gerald. I mean, the Pirates have been able to just pick apart defenses in these first couple of games. So far tonight, these are coverage sacks. I mean, the amount of time that it takes before this pressure gets there, and Crone still has the ball and gets brought down.
Right, look, and that last sack right there was by Hardaway, right, getting all up in there, and they're just, it's, you know, good for them, and they might have themselves in a better situation right here where they might look to get some points before half themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they were trailing all game, tied it up after that 4-minute drive, 9 plays, got it in the end zone. Now they have a minute 10. They only have the 1 timeout remaining. And yes, finally we get the right answer. DeMont Simeon guessed Jeffrey Dykes. He's not even in the UFL, but an honorable guess. No, Jesse Fretz with the correct guess. Ray.
I knew it. It's a teammate of mine.
I know.
I knew it right off the bat. Yeah. Ray Chapatulas.
That's what I said.
Well, look, I mean, I would have guessed it right, Mr. Cameron Irvine, but he disqualified me before the question was even asked.
I know. And I actually knew this one too because I know that Ray can, she was right in there as soon as it was announced.
And we'll talk about that later. Look at him go.
Oh, Cunningham. Oh, finally, he must have gone to the sideline, gotten out that tablet, and watched Patches O'Houlihan teach the 5Ds of dodgeball, because that time he got it done the right way. He dodged, dipped, duck, dive, and dodged, got the first down.
Yeah, and he got it, man. But you know what? I'm my Claude right here. We could use a -5 against somebody because we're struggling.
Cunningham gets
Franz.
it inside the 30. Franz gets the catch, 18 seconds to go. And only one timeout left. I think they're going to let the clock tick down here. Gerald called the timeout, kick the field goal.
Yeah, and that would be the best thing right there, right? Just to do it right there. Don't put yourself in any, in any danger of actually turning the ball off and look to, go into the half. And over these last, I don't know, like roughly 2 minutes or so, they're getting themselves in a situation, right, that they got themselves back in it and have a chance to take the lead after they hung in there, right? They weathered the storm a little bit, and I seen them come out. I'm like, what are they doing?
Timeout called. And 5 seconds left on the clock. They'll try themselves a long field goal to take the lead. Gerald, what a turn of events here in the last few minutes of the first half.
It's been more exciting than the actual first half. We actually thought it was going to be, the way we actually saw the Miami offense playing. It's good.
Field goal is good. 10-7 as the Outlaws actually take the lead, I should say, for the first time tonight.
Right,
and that field goal.
I mean, the last few minutes of this first half, the way the Outlaws have kind of got themselves back in it, you can tell now that they're playing with, some confidence now, and the way they move the ball, the defense has stepped up. The defense is applying pressure, putting pressure on Crone, forcing him into situations that he don't want to be in. I mean, we've already went over, like the incompletions and stuff like that, that Crone has had just this game versus what he's had the previous 2 games combined. Yeah. He's actually approaching his incompletion total this game that he actually had for the previous 2 games combined.
For sure.
So, I mean,
an up and down game for him for sure. That will bring us to halftime as that kick lets the time expire. So seemed like everything was going Miami's way as they struck first. Their defense was doing really good, but then the Outlaws here in their home opener, not only did they take the lead in points, Gerald, but look at those stats. They've got better stats now across the board as we head to halftime for some halftime highlights.
Yeah, and what we had to see too right here is like, given all the points that Miami put up over the last 2 weeks, when have we ever, like over the last 2 weeks, seen them have 100 total yards of offense at half? San Jose has somehow kept them to only 100 yards and 7 points at a half up to this point. So they're doing something good defensively in the scheme. Right after that touchdown, they seemingly kind of righted some stuff and got themselves back in it and was giving their offense the opportunity to come back, and they've got the lead right now.
We'll take a quick break for league rights.
This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
All right, time to get this second half started. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine, our producer, back at UFL HQ. 10-7. San Jose out in front in some primetime UFL football here on the Virtual Football Network. Appreciate all of you joining us for this one this evening, as San Jose was able to strike last, and they'll get the ball first. So they take it about 3 yards deep in their own end zone, and they'll kneel it down. Ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Cunningham in his debut game for the Outlaws doing quite well so far, Gerald. It looked maybe shaky at first, but now Miami's total yards 100 and San Jose's yards about 160. So they're doing quick pass. Look at that. That one fooled me, Gerald. Eddie Franz getting the target, getting the catch.
I actually thought that was going to be some sort of a pitch to Culberson right there, but he does a quick fake, and Franz just like, throw me the ball, buddy.
Second down and 1. Culberson does get the handoff this time, gets the first down. Only had about 29 yards in the first half of action. Gets another yard there.
And he's really not doing that bad, right? Averaging about 3 yards a carry. You want a little bit better than that, right, from your running back, but he's not doing terrible right now, considering how the run game is struggling for both squads.
Cunningham, a nice easy pitch and catch on that one as he's able to just casually throw it to the branch, Craig Branch, for a yard or a pickup of 6 yards.
And look, and if you look at it, the incompletions by Cunningham is fewer than Crone, right?
Yeah.
One of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league.
Cunningham decides to try to take off. It runs right into the defender. Rip. QB.
Man,
with the sack.
He had a little bit of a sliver right there, but a QB come right off of it. Cunningham tried to slip right in between it right there, but QB took a spin move and he was waiting for Cunningham right after that.
They're down at 11 coming up now. Cunningham in the shotgun, alone in the backfield. 4 receivers in the tight end in the formation. Cunningham going to try to run. Slides down before he gets to the line to gain, and it's going to be a 4th down.
I'm not mad at it, but I'm like, if you're going to run...
No, you're mad at it.
Well, yeah, I guess I am. Like, if you're going to run, like, make a valiant effort, but you slide down, and I'm like, I guess, I don't know.
Punt is away, drops down at about the 13-yard line, returned up to the 16-yard line, and body checked down to the ground. And Rob Crone coming back out onto the field now. His team now trailing, and this, Gerald, is why the defense has been smothering him all night so far.
Yep, and they've got themselves 4 sacks. Let's see if we can count them all right here, right? It's the 3rd one right here. We've seen, like, Beasley come in and grab him and throwing him down right there. And we may only get 3 of them, but we know they got at least 4 sacks on the night right here, and they're doing really good up front. Look, and the defense has been doing, I don't like the coverage up top on Coop. I don't like that press coverage. It scares me.
See what that safety does, or if they're just going to hand this off. They do hand it off once again to Bullet Paletsky as he'll pick up 6. Well, yeah, they had an opportunity up top if they wanted to check into a pass there.
Yeah, here they are. It's like it's 2nd and short, and they come out and they're spreading them out. There's so many options right here for them.
Crone, quick pass over the middle. He had a wide open target. Buck Wild was right there, Gerald, but he just missed him.
You don't see Crone miss too many of them throws right there at all. But this is what San Jose wants, right? Another 3rd down to get themselves off the field. But watch Coop right here and Buck Wild come across the middle.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. 4 receivers on the field. Gets the catch, but he's going to be out of bounds.
Did he pick it up?
He caught it, but it was shy of the line to gain, and the offense stays out there on 4th and inches.
Guys, it's Junior.
4th and inches from their own 27. Oh, okay. Nope, they are going to punt this one.
Junior's got to know where the sticks are.
Yeah. He's a young buck. Punt drops down at the 18, returned up to the 24. And now the Outlaws once again in possession of the football. Now up 3 as we see Cunningham's updated stats. 12 of 15, 118 yards, touchdown, and a pick. The pick was, I want to say it was on the opening drive. It was either opening drive or second drive. But he's cleaned it up since then. He's had a really clean, efficient game. And Culberson's also starting to pick it up just a little bit. 11 rushes for 34 yards. He picks up 4 of them right there.
Yeah, look, and one thing that San Jose is going to have to like avoid, I do think, is 3rd and longs, because as of late, it seemed like Cunningham is in a situation where it's 3rd and long. He doesn't quite know what to do with the ball, and he takes off running.
Yeah, and here we go. He's going to run on this one. But see, that time he did it the way we want to see it done.
Right.
Get that 1st down, then slide for safety.
And don't wait too long, right? He saw his opportunity and he made it go. But in these 3rd and long type situations, right, I think there's no pressure on him, and he just takes off running. So look, if we can get more stuff out of the young quarterback here, we should be able to get something a little bit better.
Cunningham hands it off to Culberson, who picks up about 2. Yeah, what you would ideally like to see from a player like Cunningham, where he's got the wheels, right? Like he can run. is go ahead and start to scramble. But like in this case right here, they've got the ball at the 37. He's in the shotgun, so he's back at the 32. You've got 5 yards to play with. Go ahead and scramble around. Use that speed. Use your legs. But before you hit the 37, keep looking downfield and see if there's somebody that you could throw it to. Don't just say, oh, it's 3rd and 14, and I guess I'll just run it. No, keep your eyes downfield. See what you can see. If you find a target, throw it. If not, see what you can get with your legs.
Look, some quarterbacks across other leagues, right? They made a career out of scrambling and getting someone open.
Pass is behind the line of scrimmage, but wow, beautiful blocking setup on that screenplay as Culberson's able to pick up the first down.
Culberson had so much more yards if he would have chose his directions right and read the blocks a little bit better. Should have chose to go outside right here. Watch this right here. He gets through that block there. Go toward the out where your guy's at. Don't run toward the middle of the field. You could have been keep running, young man. But his offensive lineman set him up perfectly for success. Look, he did. Look, it's not a bad play by any means, but I felt like there was so much more yards left out there, with him making the wrong decision to turn in, toward the middle of the field as opposed to turn toward the sideline.
Outlaws approaching Pirates territory here. First down and 10. Ball handed off. Culberson hit at the line of scrimmage. Stiff-armed a defender to the turf, Gerald, but could not get much more.
Wow. And what a play by the defense right there, because, Culberson checked the guy, but kind of stumbled, but, stumbled enough for the defense to come and kind of clean it up.
Cunningham, oh, wow.
He's wide open.
Yeah, he got a little too excited there. He had a wide open target over the middle and just missed him. Santana Holman, the intended target. 3rd down and 9. And, Gerald, this is the sort of situation that we've seen where Cunningham has just given up too soon and then scrambled. We'll see what he does here. In the shotgun, and there he goes. He's going to take off, but he's got to stay on his feet, and he does. Gets the first down.
That's what I want to see happen on every other one. Fight for those yards.
4th and inches. They mark him short. This one they've got to go for.
No, or they got. I mean, are we going to see some sort of a challenge here? I don't know if we can bring our AI expert and Cameron Irvine in and see. Hey, look. I mean, in these situations, how often are we going to see some sort of a challenge in these moments?
I want to see if his knee is down. Watch his right knee. Oh yeah, do you see his right knee?
No,
his right knee dropped. He was down, but they are going to stay on the field. But in the shotgun, see if Cunningham just takes this one himself. Oh, he's going to throw. He's got a wide open target up top, and why not go to him? Mike O'Neill. We've called his name earlier on a jet sweep. His first pass going to his directions, a 9-yard pickup on 4th and inches. Keeps this drive alive.
And it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Way to pick it up.
Yeah, great way to do it.
Skip the feet. Yep, got it.
Cunningham up top, toe drag swag, keeps Craig Branch in bounds. The unclaimed tight end. It's a travesty of justice that there's any unclaimed tight ends in the league, but I digress. Branch has made, don't look at me that way. Branch has made some amazing plays.
He has made some plays.
Well, there you go.
And
I'm that man. Culberson. Wow. There's actually a lot of talent on this Outlaws team. If you're looking to join the league and you still want one of those, some of those prime positions, I mean, that's they're here for the taking. Derek Culberson, leading rusher,
right?
In average,
Culberson's one, right? Even on the offensive
Branch,
line, they actually got, the Branch is having a really good game.
I would literally only change his first name to the word the. He'd still be Branch.
There you go.
The Branch. Love it. Cunningham. Oh, nice pass down to the 10, and he gets tackled forward for a couple more yards. Mike O'Neill getting involved now in the passing game for big pickups.
Yeah, and look, and this is what we're seeing right here in Cunningham, right? I think, a lot through the first quarter and most of the second quarter, we've seen Cunningham with a little bit of jitters, right? Still trying to find his feel for the game, and as the game is starting to mature, guess what? He's settling himself in there.
He is.
And, look, and you can tell he went back there, hey, guys, what can I do better, right? Asking his coaches and everything else, and they explained to him, and he's actually coming through so far right now.
Under pressure, gets that one away. O'Neill catches it, gets down to the 4-yard line. 18 of 22, 168 yards. Gerald, he's doing quite well. O'Neill now with 33 yards on 3 catches. Chris Delro in the chat says, wouldn't be a Friday night without Mike and Gerald calling a game. We're a staple here on VFN,
Sure are.
no matter the league.
Famous.
Cunningham, end zone, touchdown!
And what do? They give it to
The branch.
The branch. He was huge in getting them down there to this point, along with Mike O'Neill. What's he do right here? The branch comes up wide open. Hashtag what?
Throw it to the tight end.
And now they got themselves a 2-score lead.
6'4", 245-pound branch. That's a big branch. Claim that man.
he's got the arms that reach out, just pick it off in the air. He made it, kind of made a one-hand catch early on in the game. And
You see Will Todd on the sideline just then. He was trying to do his best tight end impression, like he knows anything about being a tight end.
yeah,
That silly linebacker.
Little linebackers.
Yeah.
What do they know about catching balls?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
San Jose now out in front, 17-7 after 17 unanswered points. Miami, the first to score, and have not been able to even sniff the end zone since, Gerald.
Yeah, and their offense has not been good, and it's kind of weird to say that that they put up 38 points week 1,
Yeah.
41 points in week 2,
Yeah.
and they have 7 through almost 3 quarters today. Look, and San Jose was a team, right, that was trying to find something. Look, they got themselves, a new quarterback coming in this week and changing it up, and it was rocky early on in this game here at home, and
Yeah.
I mean, but they rebounded nicely, right? Their defense kept them in there, applying pressure to Rob Crone, everything else, and holding Boletsky in check. Look, he's got 6 incompletions. He had 7 incompletions the previous 2 games combined.
One missed pass from matching his total from the entire season so far. Yeah, I mean, we're only talking through 2 weeks, but gonna hand this one off. Boletsky, all kinds of room to run down the left sideline. Tries to stutter step, and that would be his demise. 8 rushes, 34 yards now. A big pickup there.
Yeah, and that's something they need. I mean, because they're not doing it so much in the pass game right now, right? They're getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback and everything. They're going to have to get another area of the offense going. Looking, if they can get Boletsky doing things like this, on the regular, it's going to keep the defense, on their toes, wondering, hey, what's coming next?
The Pirates might be down, but they are not out.
90 Wolf.
As one play in, and they are in San Jose territory, looking to get some points on the board. Screen pass finally gets some yardage, and Gerald, that's what I was actually referring to earlier when I said that there actually was a score off of one of those plays earlier on, and that was the touchdown pass that was able to be made to Wichita. So that play has actually panned out. We just haven't seen it. It did actually get some good yards there, though.
Yeah, look, and you have to have a situation where you use that play. You have to have someone to block downfield to clear that area there. And that time they had it. And then when you throw into a physical, big, fast wide receiver like Coop, I mean, he's just a mismatch.
They're down in 1.
Oh,
Picked up easily by Boletsky as he's able to just kind of shoot right through that gap. I thought he might get stuffed, Gerald, but he made it.
It almost looked like it was him and the safety.
3 quarters in the books. 12 minutes remains here from San Jose. The Outlaws out in front. The Pirates are on the move. You're watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. Let's get that 4th quarter going now. As you can see, the box scores. Pirates scoring first in the first quarter, but then 10 points for the Outlaws in quarter number 2, 7 in quarter number 3. The Pirates have not scored since. This is the closest that they've even come to it. Can Crone keep the drive going? He throws a dart down the left-hand side. That one is complete. Gets that out to TJ Drennan. And they are inside the red zone.
Yeah, and that's the first Drennan signing right there, right? Being able to, and he had a lot of protection right there. Seemed like they actually, kind of shored that thing up on this drive as for the protection on the quarterback. And, and he found his first catch of the day, and Drennan right there and gets him a little bit closer. So, look, and like you mentioned before, this is the first time they've been down here in this territory in scoring range since the first quarter. We are now in the 4th.
Yeah. Better late than never. Boletsky takes the handoff, gets down to the 10. You know, it seems like he's been stifled all night long, Gerald, but he's averaging 4.7 yards per carry. It's not too shabby.
Yeah, I mean, he had that large run, early on in this drive right here. I think that kind of boosted that a little bit, but for the most part, I do think San Jose's doing pretty good to hold him in check. Oh,
Boletsky tries to get the first. I think he was tackled just shy, and yep, they spot him a 3rd down and 2. I would say just keep going right down to him, Gerald. He's been getting it done.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you don't want to throw it here, and throwing here just it scares me, right? Everything gets bottled up right here, so I'd say give it to Boletsky.
Crone to Boletsky. Boletsky looking for a hole and can't find it. Oh, brought down. Is that Will Todd? It is. He might not know how to catch a ball, Gerald, but he knows how to make a tackle.
Yeah, and he comes in there and makes that tackle, but I don't understand why he didn't follow the pulling guard and the fullback. That's where his lanes were. He got a little bit confused as to where he's going and allow Will Todd to make the decision and get into the backfield, and now they have to settle for a field goal. And we're going to see as the fourth quarter continues to wind down if this is going to come back to haunt them.
Yeah, very well may, but at least this brings it down to a 1-score ball game. So field goal is up and good. And, so we've seen a couple of interesting scenarios, Gerald. We saw that 3rd down and 2. They decide to keep it to the ground. We've seen a 4th down and inches where Cunningham decided to stay in the shotgun, and it did work out for him. But it was an interesting play call. There's some decision making either way. Let's bring in our AI expert, Cameron Irvine. He can talk a little bit about what the AI logic is behind those play calls.
Well, I guess my camera's not going to work, so...
Well, it's disappointing. I don't want to hear it then. If I can't see you, then it's not worth my time. I'm kidding. Come on.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready! 53, check 53. Focus, defense, focus. Mike, what we got?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, way too soon to make that sort of call here, only in week 3. Definitely too small of a sample size. But listen, it worked. Was it the play call that I wanted to see? No, but it worked for Cunningham. So. And apparently we were the only ones to benefit from hearing the sultry sounds of Cameron Irvine's voice.
Great.
Yeah. But
great.
Long story short, I think we can recap.
Yep.
Was that it's part of the game plan. That's literally part of the game plan that's coded in. And it's something that if it continuously does not work, it could be something that is changed down the way if the team wants to vote that play out. But ultimately, that's part of the 4th and short game plan. And hey, I wouldn't vote it out. It worked, especially with a quarterback like Cunningham. Man, look at that pass. Cunningham was able to deliver a dime. Yeah, listen, Gerald, he had a couple options there. If that receiver wasn't wide open when he checked it down on he could have easily just ran it the other direction if he needed to. So, it's one that if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then maybe the team can vote to have it changed. But Boucher, I can't see anything but Bobby Boucher.
Well, look, and going back to what you were saying about the whole thing. Look, it even comes down to the league itself needs more analytical data, right, to deem that situation, as it being a problem right early on in the game. But right now, it's not deemed any kind of. Oh my God! Look at Culberson.
Oh, Culberson. He could have driven a bulldozer through that hole.
Snowball truck, get it right.
I'm sorry.
Snowball
You're
truck
right
on through.
Snowball
Look at this,
truck.
very, very good block.
He didn't even have to move. He just ran straight.
Right, and it was just him and the safety. Had he beat that safety, we would have been singing, "Hey, is is Miami looking at their first loss solidified right there, but San Jose here at home is putting it to Miami.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Cunningham in the shotgun. Quick pass up top. Gets it to O'Neal. O'Neal down to the 9-yard line, and Miami in trouble. Gerald, it's first down and goal from the 9. San Jose looking to go back up by 2 scores, maybe this time by 2 touchdowns. And yeah, the coach is just absolutely beside himself. His defense totally letting him down.
Yeah, and he's not looking. This is not what he's accustomed to, right? The first 2 weeks, of course, he's used to, having an offense being able to put up more points and actually outscore, the other opponent, because in week 2, right, they won by 3 points, right? It was 41-38. So the defense, even last week, was allowing a lot of points to be put on the board, but the offense was keeping up. So this is something they're in unfamiliar territory right
Cunningham
now.
up top. Oh, can he get to the end zone? No, the defense swarms, but face masks him, and it'll be a first and goal from the 2.
Wow, and that's a big thing right there, because what it was, that would have been second down. They just gave him a new set of downs.
Yep, fresh
by
set of
pulling the
downs.
mask and giving them half the distance. Not a whole lot of yards tacked onto it, but at the 2 and 3 more downs.
The down matters, yeah. Because like you said, it only would have been second and goal, but now look, it's first and goal, and you got 2 free yards. And of course, Cunningham says, shotgun time.
Yeah, why not? It's been
Cunningham.
successful right here.
Look, he's going to run.
tuck it.
Oh, can he get there? He does. Touchdown, Outlaws.
It was such a weird thing. Cunningham could have just hit the pylon, but he decided to keep it nice and dangerous. And what he does, well, I don't think I want to get hit. I'm just going to slide in there. And they gave it to him. I figured it was
You see his receiver? He's like, yo, you can just throw it to me.
Oh, man. Look, he got in.
Stayed up.
It could have been close. They may want to challenge here at this point. Like, if I would, if I'm Miami. Hey, look, he started to slide.
Yeah, he did. I think he got it.
got it.
Yeah, the refs agree. Extra point is up and good. 24-10. The San Jose Outlaws just putting on a show tonight for their hometown crowd here in their home opener. I love that replay angle where he's running and Santana Homan is literally just staring at him and puts his hands up like, my guy, like you're a quarterback, I'm a receiver, I'm right here, nobody's even near me. You know what? You just go ahead, you just take it in, and yeah, that was
Dude, it was, I don't know.
It was great.
He's like, you've been running all game long. Throw me the darn ball. But look, Cunningham in his first game is having a great night. He had that one mistake, that one bad throw in the interception. But he's got himself, after that first, quarter and a half, was able to calm himself down and get himself into the flow of the game. And he's able to manage the game and get there. He has 3 touchdowns today, 2 through the air.
yeah.
And 1 rushing on the ground. So he's been a huge part of San Jose's success tonight, and the defense also. So far right now, I know 6 minutes left, but they've been doing a phenomenal job of slowing down this high-powered Miami offense.
Only 3 down linemen, but one of the linebackers does blitz, does not get home. Crone going all the way downtown, jumping up and incomplete. Just severely underthrew his defender. I mean, it looked like a punt. Eddie Franz, not Eddie Franz, Lyle Green, the intended target on that one.
And he missed it. It was like more of a jump ball. Like, he should just kept running. I don't know if he had the arm to throw it that
Crone,
far.
there you go. Much quicker pass. Short one to Tiberius Bovine Jr. And that one is complete. 3rd down and 1.
See, and when you're struggling on offense, this is what I like to see as an offense. Not typically what they're doing, but what I would like to see look, I like right here, no huddle. I want to see him go tempo, right? You get more of the athleticism, reaction, instead of thinking too much.
Crone on 3rd and 1 gets the completion and gets the first down to T.J. Drennan, but got the completion that time, Gerald, but he now also has more incompletions tonight with 8 than in his first 2 games combined, where he only had 7 total. We've talked about that a few times tonight, and now he has officially hit the over, if you will.
Yeah, and it's actually shown, right? The way the defense is actually playing them tonight here in San Jose, it's making them think, and you actually got guys, in that backfield trying to bring them down, right? They got 4 sacks on the day.
Crone complete down to the bottom. Oh, with room to run. Drennan gets the completion, gets the first down, and a little bit more. Week 3 in the UFL continues Saturday, March 15th with a battle of Midwestern unbeatens. In the spotlight, the Motor City Mustangs and the Cincinnati Vultures. Game night multicast will include Cleveland, New York, Vegas, Minnesota, and Chicago, Dallas. The UFL lives on the Virtual Football Network. And unnecessary roughness called late tackle out of bounds is my guess. Will Todd, he doesn't know how to catch and he doesn't know how to not get flags.
Wow, he just did
Two
it. Like,
things.
it just, that's not good. You give him free yards. I thought it was a little ticky tack, right? It was like bang bang around the edge, but it's just, I don't know.
Well, first down and goal from the 5. Pass wide open. No, he doesn't dive for the pylon. I thought he might reach for it, but he did not. Lamont Bourne with the catch. Second and goal from the 2. Miami looking to try to cut this down to a 1-score ball game. And here we go again from the 2-yard line. Crone in the shotgun. Crone looks, fires, end zone, touchdown, Miami.
And what a way to answer right there after you get down 2 touchdowns. What do? You drive down really, really quickly, get yourself back in the situation where you can get into a 1-score game right here, and they do it really, really quick. As we know, we've seen, like I said, we've seen it the previous 2 games. They are able to put up a lot of points on the board right here, and they needed their offense to show up similar to what they did in the first quarter, going down, scoring really quickly because they're going to need it right now.
Extra point will make it a 7-point ball game. 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go. The extra point is good. 24-17, San Jose out in front. And San Jose about to get the ball back, Gerald, with 4:41. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. So still plenty of action to happen here in this one.
Will Todd getting yelled at on the sideline.
Well, yeah, he gave up a big play.
He's like, Will Todd's like, I don't know what to do. I'm tagging him in bounds.
Yeah, you pay me to tackle guys. I tackled a guy.
So poor Will Todd got to explain himself to the coaches getting yelled at. That was something special to see. We usually don't get the camera on the sideline like that. But look, San Jose has an opportunity where, they can actually ice this game away if they put together one of those long, methodical drives like they've done to get their 24 points on the board. I do think they have an opportunity to just ice it away.
Deep kick goes down to about 3 yards deep in the end zone. He'll take this one out. 2 blockers out in front of him, but leveled at the 24-yard line. That looked painful. Sweeney's regretting that one. I don't even think he's going to the correct sideline right now. He's like, I'm just going to go sit on the first bench I find.
Why do I look at, I just seen Franz come on the field, and I'm like, am I in, the 70s or 80s? And then I see everybody else. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Take me away.
Oh,
look at that move. What a juke.
Culberson just broke some ankles right here. If they keep doing this right here and letting that clock wind down, they can just go there. No sense of urgency. Let this thing down. Get to down to about 2 ticks on the play clock before you snap it. Don't listen to me.
Culberson picks up the first down, and the clock will continue to roll inside 4 minutes now.
But they're playing this really good, right? And Culberson's doing really good, right? He's got about 20 carries and has about 75-ish yards, right on the 80 yards on the day, which is good.
Culberson keeping the ball in his hands, and I know you said he didn't listen to you, but he was only off by 2 seconds.
Yeah, man, 2 seconds is a lot of time. You can do a lot of.
Is that what you expect? You know what? I won't say it. You set yourself up for a really late night type of joke, but 2 seconds is a long time. Who do you tell that to? Anyway, I'll move on.
I really need 1.
I apologize. They're down in 5.
The other seconds for cleanup. Let's leave it at that.
I really wish you didn't go there. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Friday night, folks. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Can he keep the drive going? Cunningham going to try to do it himself. Slides short of the line to gain, and a timeout called with 2:09 to go. And I like to see that the timeout was called ahead of the 2-minute warning, Gerald. You don't see that happen all the time, and I love it because now they still have that free timeout at the 2-minute.
It's really, really smart play right there. And you know what? The way, Cunningham did it, he could have ran straight to out of bounds, but he wanted to force them to use that timeout, and he did. And it's a very good on Miami side as well, being able to call that and to get that extra free timeout.
Punt drops at the 1. Did it get stopped? It did. Oh, my goodness.
That's at the inch line.
What a punt. As that one is downed, yeah, they officially mark it at the 1, but I'd say, you know what? We're going to go metric, Gerald. That's at the millimeter mark.
Wow. That's tough.
That's tough. We might see a safety on this. This is going to be tough for them to even get the ball out of their own end zone.
Look, and I know some people think, oh, he caught it when inbounds, but you know what? Right here in the UFL, the rules, where you first touch the ball, that's where it's down.
That's it. Taken out of the end zone. He gets out, but not by much. 2-minute warning hit here in this one. It's an exciting one. 1-score ball game here in primetime. Stay hydrated. And I still have water in my cup.
Yes, he did too. He didn't tip it for
He didn't know.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow. Looking a little
Todd.
slow. Looking a little slow. Will Todd now getting another tackle. Tackling machine. He leads the team in tackles. Came into the game tonight with 13 of them. 3rd down and 9 now from the 1. Crone has time. Pocket collapsing. Throws down the left sideline. Nearly picked off. 4th down coming up.
Wow. Did you see? Did you see Beasley pushing two offensive linemen nearly back into Crone's lap?
Yeah, that's what I meant. The pocket was collapsing. I'm like, well, here it comes.
And Sweeney, he was getting mugged on the kick returns, but here he comes up with a big
Gerald,
pick.
If they don't get this 4th down conversion here, it's over. Crone over the middle, gets it complete, gets the conversion. They're going to have to hurry here.
Michael Dale, I like the fact that they're not calling a timeout right here, right? As we know, there's a 10-second runoff in between the end of the play to the next one right here, even though they're in a hurry up.
They got a long way to go, though, Gerald. Minute 11 to go, clock rolling. Crone in the shotgun from the 5, throws complete out to the 20, gets up to the 21-yard line, and they'll hurry back up to the line as they need to keep this drive going.
And Buck Wild with the catch right there, coming up big.
54 seconds to go. Crone has his team lined up from the 24. Play action. Crone steps up into the pocket, throws over the middle, wide open, and they are in Outlaw territory. 40 seconds to go. Clock continues to roll.
What happened to the pass rush for San Jose? They could really, really use it right now.
They're playing coverage right now, but it's not working. Crone's able to pick them apart. 28 seconds. They need a touchdown. Field goal does them no good. Crone, pocket collapsing, up top into coverage, nearly intercepted, and that's an incomplete pass. Clock stopped with 21 seconds. Gerald, that said pick 6 written all over it.
Yeah, and Will Todd was looking like Branch right there, trying to get right in the middle of the ball. Wasn't able to get the Buck Wild right there. But look, Miami still has the 2 timeouts, 21 seconds.
Crone in the gun. Back at his own 45. Pocket collapsing again. Down the right side. Wide open. Catch. Out of bounds. 1st down. Clock stopped. 16 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 27.
That's Watson coming in right there, running the out route, taking the smart play right there, and actually getting out of bounds to save the timeouts as they start getting closer. They're inside the 30 now.
Perfect route call there, too, Gerald. He was able to come back wide open, and it was already carrying his momentum towards the sidelines. Got the catch and just casually stepped out of bounds to stop the clock with 16 seconds. Crone looking, firing to the inside, wide open, out of bounds.
What is he doing?
Oh, he had his target, Gerald, but he just overthrew him.
Buck Wild didn't even stop. I don't even think he even looked back. If he would have stopped, I don't even know if that was Buck Wild. It was somebody right there. Just didn't even look, turn around. Could have stopped and jumped or something.
11 seconds. Crone looks, fires, end zone, incomplete. Overthrew Lyle Green that time. 3rd down and 10. 6 seconds to go. They may have 2 more plays left if they throw it quick enough.
That's 2 wide open players.
They couldn't get more wide open.
And oh my God, like what are we doing? There's so many chances. You're throwing it away.
Crone This will be the final play of the game. Complete over the middle, and the time expires.
How can, oh my God, I can't believe before that last play.
San Jose sneaks away with the win. Oh, the Pirates were trying to claw their way back into it, Gerald, but they came up 9 yards shy. They had a timeout left, but Crone just took a little too long to fire that pass. And as soon as the player was down, they could not call the timeout. San Jose wins their home opener 24-17. What a game, what a finish.
Hey, look, congrats to San Jose for knocking off the unbeaten squad coming into the night. But man, Miami is going to look at this game and say, oh, we overthrew it. He didn't notice where the ball was in the end zone. He had yards over, anyone else who's in the end zone by itself, and then right over the middle. Crow misses a wide open wide receiver, and it just collapsed right at the end. They didn't have enough time to even call timeout toward the end, like you said. But here we are.
What a game. What a game.
Exciting.
Hey, Primetime did not disappoint. We had a nice trio of games earlier on, and then a nice Primetime game to finish out this block of Week 3 action. But, Gerald, there's more Week 3 action coming up. Talked about it earlier. Tomorrow night, we've got the Battle of Midwestern Unbeatens with the Motor City Mustangs and the Cincinnati Vultures. 3 games in the multicast. Cleveland, New York, Vegas, Minnesota, Chicago, Dallas. For UFL schedule standings, stats, rankings, and more, visit the league website at ufl.football. Claim your player today. I highly recommend somebody starts going over to the San Jose Outlaws and claiming some of these key positions. You got halfbacks, tight ends, you got defensive ends. Absolutely wild. What a game, what a night. I loved it. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who's always with me in spirit, I'm Mike Dykes. Thanks for joining us. Be kind to one another. Always stay hydrated and have a great night, everybody.